sorry it took a few minutes to get started. Had some technical difficulties. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm a little new to doing the lives actually, so it's really no surprise. But anyway, some of you know me, some of you don't. My name is Melissa Benitez Ceja. I am the admin for the group Simple Relationship Advice and Personal Development. And so that is what I do. I'm a relationship coach as well as a personal development coach. You can find me at Sparrow Relationship Coaching on Facebook as well as on YouTube. There's plenty of free content and videos there to talk you through how to deal with breakups, how to handle other relationship issues that you might be going through, as well as how to get started on or continue on your own personal development path. Okay, so feel free to reach out to me on any of those mediums or platforms in order to really get the advantages of all the stuff that we can accomplish in your goals, okay? So now I want to welcome everybody that is here. I want to talk about what we're going to do today, which is going over the full post breakup plan. Okay, so this is basically as soon as you break up, when you're thinking, hey, I don't know what to do. I want to move on, but I don't know how to get there. Or I want to get my ex back, but I don't know exactly what to do from this point forward. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. I do have other live videos as well as YouTube videos that talk about what to do immediately. Okay, so definitely make sure you look for those and let me know if you want access to those, then I can show you where to find them. Okay, so how many of you out there are doing no contact right now? I would think a lot, right? Because there's Facebook groups that are geared just towards this topic, right? If you are doing no contact, that's really good. No contact is a vital piece of the puzzle post breakup for your plan, right? Whether you're trying to get your ex back or moving on, no contact is important. However, did you know that it's not for everybody? So we'll talk about that in a minute, who it applies to. No contact is just a part of the plan, but it's not the whole plan, contrary to what you may have been taught. Okay, so we'll talk about the full plan today. Now, last week I talked about how to handle your emotions immediately after breakup, and there are other videos that we did as well. And feel free to let me know if you are struggling with that part of things, like processing your emotions. How do you quit thinking about your ex? How do you be productive? Okay, that's what that video talks about specifically. So when you first go through a breakup, you want to ask yourself, first of all, do I want to get this person back or do I want to move on? Okay. It's important to make that first decision. This seems like a no-brainer, but oftentimes we are stuck in this part of it. We start going a direction because we assume that we're not able to accomplish what we want to accomplish. So then we feel like we're forced into something else, right? That is not necessarily the case, and we will talk about that a little bit more. But what I want you to really think about and decide is, what do I really want? Okay? If you want to get them back, then ask yourself, where did the relationship go wrong? Okay, this is important to reflect on. Which part was my part and which part was my ex's part? Be as honest with yourself as possible. This step is definitely more effective with the relationship coach because they can be objective and give you the insight that you cannot give yourself. So what you're going to do with your coach is draft what we call the message of connection or message of reflection. This step is super vital, so do not skip it. And there are specific parameters for how long it should be, what type of wording to avoid, and exactly what the message should say based on your specific relationship issues. Okay, so definitely grab a coach. And if you don't know any, I can certainly refer you to some that are really good and jive with your personality. Okay, so that is step one of your goal, if your goal is reconciliation. If you want to move on, then you can skip this step. Then we go into no contact. But if you start no contact without sending this message, then it will likely not work, and all of your hard work will be time wasted. So we don't want that. So to decide if no contact is the right thing for your situation, ask yourself how you treated your ex during the relationship. Did you break up because you neglected them? Did you cheat on them? Did you mistreat them? Did you take them for granted? Were you withholding love or affection as a weapon during the relationship? These are some reasons why, if that's what led to the breakup and it was your doing, then no contact may not be appropriate for you, because this would cause your ex further harm. And it would solidify their reasoning for breaking up with you, which could make it extremely difficult, if not impossible, to reconcile with them in the future. Okay? There are always exceptions, though, so if you're wondering about your situation, feel free to reach out to me. All right, guys? Now, there's a caveat here. If you did one of those things that I mentioned and your ex asked for space, the best thing that you can do is to give them that space, okay? This is super important. You want to respect their needs at this vital time of the breakup and give them that space that they're asking for. But make yourself available to them if they reach out. This is what I call soft no contact. It's still no contact, and the goal is still to reconcile. And we will still definitely send the message of connection, but we only go into no contact to respect the other person and give them that space. Okay, so this is key. Now, if you are the one who was left or mistreated, if it was your ex who quit the relationship, then you do have options here. Okay, now I want you to really listen to this part, because I am about to give you what most people really don't believe. And that is that when we feel, when somebody leaves the relationship, we tend to feel powerless, right? Sometimes we feel hopeless. Like they've made the decision, they make all the decisions, and we don't have any choices in the matter. We start to think that's it. They made one decision, or they moved out, and that's, boom, the nail in the coffin. It's dead. Nothing I can do about it if they don't want me right now. So the fact of the matter is, guys, we're all human. We all change our minds all day, every day, about many different things, right? No matter what your ex said or did, they can always change their mind. They're human, just like you. So what does this mean? This means not all is lost, guys. That's good news. Now, a relationship coach is there to help you reach your goals, no matter how unlikely they seem. That is our job. Our role is to be your backbone when you don't have one, to show you who you really are and what you bring to the table when your confidence has taken a nosedive. That's what we're here for. If your ex called it quits and there's any part of you that wants them back, and that will be a positive choice for you, don't just give up. Find a coach that believes in your situation and will not stop fighting until you say stop. That is the real power of a relationship coach. And folks, this is your life, right? It's not just one decision. It is the picture that you have for your future. Reconciling with the right person could be the single greatest decision that you make in your life. So find a coach that will help you get it right. Because we all know that left on our own, we We don't know really what steps to take or when. And B, probably going to mess it up somehow because there's plenty of ways to do that. Okay, so if you have not talked to one already, go out there and find a good relationship coach. Life coaches are fine. Therapists are also fantastic for many things. But this is exactly what a life coach does, day in and day out. This is our specialty. Okay, so you wouldn't go to a foot doctor to fix your arm, right? No, you would go to someone who specializes in the area that you are most struggling with. Now, the other part of this, of course, is if you don't want to reconcile. You want to move on. Again, no message of connection is needed, but you will most definitely want to do no contact, If you are wondering how long to do that for, it's really a personal decision. Do you block them? Do you not block them? Again, personal decision. Do what feels right to you. You can always change your mind. But if it is toxic or abusive, this is a whole other matter. So feel free to reach out to me with the complicated questions about your specific story. Okay, guys? So these are the 2 major steps in your post-breakup plan. During no contact, you should be focused on yourself, working with a coach, healing, confidence, empowering yourself, using self-care daily, and digging deep to uncover the source of any negative patterns that you fall into and why. Okay, there's always a reason. If you were the one behaving badly in the relationship, you should be focused on improving yourself, enhancing your level of attraction, and getting to the core of what is causing these problems to arise, because often it is a pattern. And there are many things that can be addressed on top of these things that I mentioned during this time where you are moving on and rebuilding yourself, okay? We'll talk about balance, how to create balance, how to build up your community of support, how to pursue your passions, how to find your identity if you lost it, okay? That's often an issue in relationships. These are all the different things that we're going to look at, okay, guys? So after no contact, again, depending on your situation, working with a coach to see when that right time is to stop no contact. If you want your ex back, it is time to re-engage. And reach out to your ex with a message that is specific and has guidelines for how to write it best, okay? If all goes well with the re-engagement message, then we plan a meetup and we go from there. There are pitfalls that you can fall into at any time without this process. So please do yourself and your ex and your future a huge favor and get a coach who can lead you to success. Reach out to me for more support and we can do a free consultation to target your struggles and goals and make an effective plan to reach those. In the meantime, please always take care of yourself and continue finding support. See you soon.